A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a tense backdrop of escalating violence and humanitarian crisis, U.S. Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken embarked on an urgent diplomatic mission to the Middle East, aimed at negotiating a ceasefire and addressing the ongoing conflict in Gaza. However, as the Biden administration grapples with a precarious political landscape just weeks before the U.S. presidential election, Blinken's efforts seem to have yielded little progress. The situation in Gaza remains dire, with ongoing Israeli airstrikes resulting in significant civilian casualties, particularly among Palestinian families. The conflict has intensified with recent Israeli attacks on Iranian military sites, raising concerns of a broader regional escalation. This diplomatic push comes amid growing discontent among progressive voters and Arab and Muslim Americans, who are increasingly frustrated with President Biden's steadfast support for Israel's military actions since the Hamas assault last year. The recent killing of Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas, on October 16th was seen by Biden officials as a potential turning point, offering a fresh opportunity for negotiations. Yet, as Blinken's 11th wartime visit to the region unfolded, it became clear that a breakthrough was unlikely. Departing without a clear agenda, Blinken canceled a planned stop in Jordan and instead met with officials in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and London. In Doha, he announced that U.S. and Israeli negotiators would return to Qatar to revive hostage and ceasefire talks with Hamas. However, hopes for a swift resolution were dashed as Blinken found no willingness from either Hamas or Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to engage in immediate negotiations. The backdrop of his trip was one of escalating chaos, with Israeli military operations continuing unabated. Blinken's focus shifted to post-conflict management of Gaza, emphasizing the need for comprehensive plans to ensure stability. He urged countries to consider their roles in transitioning Gaza from war to peace, but the path forward remains unclear. Analysts suggest that Netanyahu has little incentive to cease hostilities before the election, as the Biden administration's diplomatic efforts have often conflicted with the goals of both Israeli leadership and Hamas. Critics argue that Biden's unconditional support for Israel has led to the expansion of the conflict, with little accountability for the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Gaza. The Biden administration has issued warnings to Israel regarding the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza, but the situation remains dire, with reports of ethnic cleansing and civilian suffering rising. As the region braces for potential Iranian reprisals and the humanitarian crisis deepens, the Biden administration faces mounting pressure to reassess its approach. The political implications of the ongoing conflict are significant, with polls indicating a tight race in key battleground states. Arab American voters, disillusioned by the administration's handling of the crisis, may impact the election outcome. As the situation continues to evolve, the Biden administration's diplomatic efforts will be closely scrutinized, with many questioning the effectiveness of its current strategy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.